Next up, we have Anna McNuff. Anna gave a memorable Night of Adventure talk a year or two ago when she ripped off her trousers. I remember it very well. Unfortunately, she's jet-lagged from just having flown in from an adventure in Canada yesterday, so I think we can expect a rather more muted performance this evening. Anna was named by The Guardian as one of the top female adventurers of our time. She's recently been appointed as the UK ambassador for Girl Guides. She has cycled over 20,000 miles in Europe and the Americas, including all 50 states of the USA. She has run the length of New Zealand and has a penchant for rollerblading. Please welcome the very lovely Miss Anna McNuff.
The shortest, most direct route through life when you can take the wiggliest, most mountainous one possible. That is exactly what my friend Faye and I asked ourselves when we set out to explore the peaks and passes of the Andes Mountains last year. Now, Faye being 6'1" and a redhead from Cornwall, she blended in seamlessly with the locals from Bolivia, who are around about 4'2" tall. I think it should have moved on by now. Yeah? 20 seconds? So, Faye, right, okay, let's do that again, because this might be funny. Faye blended in seamlessly with the 4'2" Bolivians. Now, I've done loads of solo trips before this journey, but for some reason, I really want to do an adventure with someone else, and that's because I wanted to be more like the Dalai Lama. Right? Not because he's good at adventures, but because when it comes to compassion and gratitude and patience, the Dalai has got it nailed. So I thought, what better way to accelerate the patience program than to spend 6 months and 24 hours every single day with one of your best mates? So we chose quite a remote route through southern Bolivia because we wanted to go up the 6,000-metre volcano peak, which was a great idea, except that we found that food was in quite scarce supply. So we'd roll into a town after 2 or 3 days on the bike to find that the only shop in the town was shut. So we were down to surviving on about 800 calories a day. And we first bonded at the time when at the top of this pass I melted into tears just out of sheer frustration, and Faye cracked open her last remaining packet of cheesy poofs, and we shared the last 126 calories together. Now, food, we didn't always have to rely on shops. Sometimes food would randomly appear. So on this pass from Chile to Argentina, a tourist bus went past us really slow, and the passenger window slid down, and out of it came a baguette. Food or no food, we carried on seeking out the most stunning, wiggly, switchback-tastic roads that there were in the whole of South America. So on one day, look at it! It's like Spaghetti Junction. On one day, we went up 88 switchbacks, and we also rode down Bolivia's Death Road. The scariest thing about the Death Road is that you are more likely to die on any other road in Bolivia. They are all worse than that one. As the landscapes around us changed, we became one another's constants. So when Faye turned 30 years old on the road, I was there for her by smuggling a crumpled cake in my pannier for 4 days and serenading her with song. And then when I got bitten by a dog in Patagonia, Faye was there for me by taking a picture. Then there was a time she got bitten by a scorpion. Now, what do? You are in Bolivia and your mate gets bitten by a scorpion. What do? No idea. Same as me. Absolute no idea. Yeah, we on it, apparently. Right? So I had no idea what to do, but it was fine. She didn't die. I Googled it. She just got a really hard toe. Everyone was absolutely fine. The scorpion was the first of one of what I termed our personal development challenges. And the second one happened in the Salt Flats, which is the most beautiful place to ride your bike. There is nothing out there except the sound of wheels crunching over salt. And because there's nothing out there, I decided that we were going to get naked! Yeah. We got naked. Yeah, we got naked. Because Faye hates getting naked. And so at first, it was really awkward, and she was covering everything up, and I'm going, Faye, love, I got the same. I've got one right here. And by the time the end, we were just loving it, the warmth of the sun on our skin, and we're doing naked flyby high fives, and then on the final pass, I start slapping a boob. So most of the time, our friendship did look like an Ellis Brigham advert. Hooray! But for a lot of time, there were testing times, and I've got so many flaws. But we've only got 6 minutes, so I'm not going to go into them. Faye, on the other hand, she is really good at losing stuff. And the first time she left her GPS tracker behind, she said that she'd left it by a tree where she went for a wee the day before. So she set off on this 5.5-hour round trip to go and find this indiscriminate tree, while I went on to a local cafe to wait it out. Now, it happened to be the day that my brother was actually getting married in the UK. So I made him and his wife to be a love heart out of donkey poo. And then I sat and watched the wedding unfold on WhatsApp. Now, my dad had arranged for a life-size cardboard cutout of me to be at the wedding. Being my dad, it was the fattest picture of me from the last 15 years that he blew up to life-size. So there I am, towering over my boyfriend Jamie there, having a whale of a time on the dance floor. Thanks, Dad. When Faye came back to meet me at the cafe, she was absolutely exhausted, and I was a bit irritated, but I thought, if you're in this situation, you've got 2 choices. You bring it up, or you let it go. And I thought, I'm going to let it go. 10 days later, we're cycling out of town, and Faye goes, I forgot my tracker. And this rage boiled inside of me. And I am channeling the Dalai Lama at this point. I am the Dalai Lama. But as we turn around, I said, Faye, can I say something? She said, yeah, go on then. And then we had this super nanny conversation, which was all like, when this happens, I feel this way, and there's no rights or wrongs, and I love you. And we embraced. Now, as Faye went back to get the tracker again, this time she caught a taxi back to the last town. I sat and I called my boyfriend and I told him what had happened. And it was Christmas Eve and he was sat there back in the UK. And he said, me Anna, Gloucester boy. He said, this is what I love about adventures. You're out there, you're learning, you're growing as a person. And I'm sat here in my pants eating Quality Streets. The advice I would give you for choosing someone to go on an adventure with is that you're always going to be so different around the edges, but it's like a jammy dodger. As long as you've got some good stuff at the middle, then you're both going to be okay. So I have this mantra that I live my life by, which is to grab life by the balls and to make some magic happen. But after this adventure with my good friend Faye, I would say, grab life by the balls, grab a friend, and make some magic happen together.